Hey guys, this is Josh Black here, and if you can't tell by my face, I've been a little bit sick today, but I still want to make a video. What I want to talk to you guys about is pretty much debt. I think debt is the most interesting thing, and I hear people have very strong opinions about debt. Um, for good and for bad. Some saying debt is bad. Some people saying debt is good. Um, and when I talk about debt, I mean okay, for student loans, that is debt. For cars, that is debt. And for credit cards and personal loans, that's debt. And also, I'm including mortgages. That's also debt. So I've actually just been watching a new YouTube channel, and they talk about debt a lot, about how to get out of debt. And I think as a business person, it's very important to understand how debt works, um, and basically what debt kind of has effect in our society, and how to what pretty much to if you want to get rid of it, what to do, and if you want to learn how it can be best leveraged, I'll let you know as well. Okay, so the thing about debt, of how it works, is it's a growth and it's a slowing down of people's producing power. And that, when I mean producing power, I mean how much money you can earn for yourself, and things like that. So basically, there's something that Ray Dalio put out. He put out a small documentary video, um, and I'll link it in here. I'll put it in here. Um, and basically, in this video, you basically there's different cycles. So it goes so. Um, kind of drawing a screen, something like that. So basically, in the cycles, um, the so basically your producing power goes up, um, slowly, and then basically when you get debt, it basically um, puts that on steroids so that it goes higher, faster, because when you have more money, you can produce more. And this is things like people going to college. So if you go to college, you're gonna be able to make more money, if are studying the right course. Some people just study art or something which later on doesn't really make them money, so they lose money from their college experience. So you know that would probably put you up because you are in the same place as a lot of people. Um, but let's continue on. Okay, so you go up, and that could be loan payments, personal loans, um, credit cards, different things like that helps you go up. So you get that initial thing, but then basically, so even companies, they create things like stocks. So stock is half is your debt and half is their credit. Um, and then basically that helps the growing cycle. But then the thing about borrowing is you have to pay it back. So then it starts to slow down, and that's the second part of the debt cycle. So basically that means that if you want to get to the next cycle, and if you've used um, money to leverage your earning power so it can go faster. That means when you pay it back, you'll be able to do that again. Leverage. Um, so let's just say, so once you finish off paying, they leverage again, more um, stocks and things like that. Um, and what that does is, let's say for example, you paid all your credit and you wanted to get a mortgage or something like that. Well, the thing about that is it's going to do the same thing. So it's going to help you grow, um, and different things like that. But these are all things that are debt. Now, the thing that most people think about debt is, like, how do I get out of it? But as you can see, debt is not only something that feels bad, but it's also credit. So it's something that's also good. So it's a good cycle, and that's basically how the economy grows, um, or how there starts to be recessions and things like that. This is all part of the economic cycle. So then what's important to know is, okay, well, if you want to get into the next cycle and you feel like, okay, I'm ready to grow and evolve, like, or you've made some mistakes, um, you're in too much debt or something like that. So for example, if you're a person, you have your household income. So let's just say the wife makes like 70, the husband makes 70. They have a house. The mortgage is 300. They have 100 equity. Um, they have credit cards. Just say 20,000 in debt. The credit cards and the 5,000, 10,000, dollar personal loan. And then they have a car, and it's $20,000 car. Um, and they have to pay 15 of that. So it's a new car. They're just paying the payments, right? Um, Now, for most people in this situation, that would feel it would be very difficult for them because they'll think, oh my God, there's so much debt. So the thing what I would do if I was in that situation would probably be I'd probably try to consolidate all the loans into pretty much just one loan with a smaller amount of interest. Um, and then basically, if there's a way to deal with the creditors, because usually if you've had a loan for a long time and you can deal with creditors, they'll give you discounts because when you buy credit, you pretty much buy it pennies on the dollar. Like you can search on Google, how much do creditors buy debt for? I've been interested in buying debt, so I've learned the process. So literally, they're getting like pennies on the dollar. So you can easily make a deal with them to make things smaller if there's no way of transferring and things like that. Um, and then for the house, if they're living in the house, then you gotta pay. And there's no way that they can start renting because maybe that house was too expensive. But if they're living in their means, like um, they have the right amount of like I would have to use a calculator or something like that to pretty much think about if they're spending enough. So $300,000 house. If they have 100,000 equity, that's 400,000. Um, Around like 10% would be like 40,000. Um, Yeah, so they're probably, if they're able to move in a smaller place, that would be good because they should be paying some debts first, and then use that house as a rent performance place. So they would probably, get a tenant, and then they start renting that so they can make some extra money. And of course, until the person comes, they can live there. And then once the person comes, they have renters. So now they're getting extra income to help them pay for that debt. That means, and it's also helping them pay for the mortgage. Um, and then, I'll try to, if there's anything like over a certain amount, first I'll try to negotiate it to get the smallest amount because sometimes it's better to just pay that in a lump sum and get rid of it because some of these people they just will give you crazy deals. And then the other thing that I would do is it's really cool. Like people really underestimate just asking your creditors how much you can give back. Like, and they always get these credit specialists who negotiate on your behalf. But why should someone negotiate on your behalf? Unless you're really really bad at this, you should do it on your own because, especially if you just know how to just talk to people. Just like if they don't give you the deal, just ask for their manager. There's always going to be someone who's like, fuck, look at the time. We want to get paid. We're only paying pennies on the dollar, so they want to get paid. Um, so that's interesting as well, and that's why you should be calling them as well and try to do your own debt consolidation because you have the most power. If they're like, okay, how much can you do this, do that, you know, um, yeah, and you can just try to make a payment plan if you can't cover it in one sum, and just start with a good payment plan. So now, um, if you want to do that, then what you want to do with these people is pretty much start a budget, um, and probably sell the car. So if there's two cars, you'll sell both of them and get cheaper cars. Um, and that's going to help pay the budget. You might lose some money, but still, you won't be in as much debt. Like, you should buy these things in cash um, because these things are losing value. So, and the mortgages, basically, you have the renter. And then basically, you pay off the house. And if you feel like, and you start investing, start saving up a rainy day fund. I think for those people, maybe $20,000 would be a good rainy day fund. Um, and then, you can buy either maybe another property because they have a good income. Or they can, start putting some money into their IRA. Um, Maybe set up a Roth IRA. Um, and then get another house. Yeah, pretty much like just like that, and then just pretty much use that up and use the rental income to do that. And but you just don't want to go living over your means. Like if these two people were here, like I would be like these people are living over their means. They're making a lot, but they're using too much. So it'd be important for them to start talking to each other, start seeing like how are we spending too much. Let's find a way because they shouldn't be having to have to pay for that, in that way. Um, they should be able to save more money, and things like that. So basically, what I've spoken to you guys about is how debt works, the debt cycles, um, and basically the good in debt and the bad in debt. Obviously, the bad in debt is you know purchasing things that you don't need, and that don't help you produce more. And those things are assets. So assets are things like stocks, because those people are producing and they give you dividends from that. Um, Stocks and stock. Just been saying stocks. Yeah. So basically, those things help you produce more. Um, Basically, if you do this cycle, you'll be able to become a millionaire. It's just maths. Like, once you know the maths, you can pretty much do anything. But you got to learn the maths and start, figuring out a budget and just you got to be honest with the people that you're in a joint account with, because you know, but if you want to be right, but it's usually um, the thing that it's not really about that. You just kind of you just gotta kind of have someone who knows better, um, with the experience. Anyways, guys, this is everything about debt. Hope you guys like this video. So smash that like button down there, smash it, and you know subscribe if you want to see more videos. I do videos pretty much daily, um, and yeah, thank you so much. I'll see you in the comment section, and thank you for watching.